Hey guys, so I know there are so many people who are processing for the visas, winners of the diversity visa lottery. But there are some who have applied for this DV lottery and they want to know about the medical examination. What happens at immigration medical exam? What happens? That's the first question I want to answer today. But the second issue I want to respond today is, why do they do these medical exams? What is inside the medical exam? Can you be denied the visa because of the medical examination? Those are the key issues I want to answer today. But I'll also add a bonus point. Is the COVID vaccine part of the vaccinations which are required when you are processing the diversity visa in order to get that one? Or if you want to get the medical for green card while you are in the United States, whether by marriage or whatever, you have to do the medical. Under the adjustment of status, are you allowed or are you required to take the COVID vaccine as part of the vaccination which are there? Hi guys, this is EBM, Ernest Boniface Makulilo. As we are still in the green card zone, what happens at immigration medical exam? Why do they even do that? So I posted some of the notes. I'll be reading some of this one. So number one, it doesn't matter what type of green card path are you using, whether it is green card by marriage, whether it is green card by lottery, whether it is green card by whatever way you are using. In order to be given the green card, you must do what is called immigration medical check. That is a requirement. Another thing you need to know, when you go to the medical check, that one is not a physical. It is not like when you go to your physical doctor to diagnose something. You have to know that. So, this immigration medical is part of the immigration process of the United States to become permanent resident of the United States. The overall purpose of it is to prepare or to make sure that, to ensure the public safety. So someone can be denied the visa for not being admissible to the United States because of the public safety. So I'm answering the question, yes, someone can be denied because of that one. So what are the diseases which are going to be checked? Or what are the things which are going to be checked? There are a few things. Number one, there are certain diseases under the public health can make someone not being admissible to the United States. That means it could prevent you from being given green card, from being allowed to enter or to continue to the process of getting the green card. And for that particular case, it affects if in future you want to become a US citizen. But you cannot be a US citizen until you become the permanent resident first. So all the foreign nationals, all people who are going to process the green card have to go through these processes. So the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, is usual have the list of physicians. So you don't just go to any medical doctor you want or to any hospital you want. There will be some specific doctors, specific physicians in your country. If you're in the United States, you'll be able to find there. If you are the diversity visa lottery winner, or if you are processing green card through marriage or other ways in your country, the U.S. Embassy will provide you with the list of physicians and doctors who have been approved by the embassy and consulates in your country. But if you're in the United States, you can go to the USCIS website and say, find physician. There will be some physician who are approved by the US government to be able to conduct the medical. So for that particular case, the basic 4 conditions, items which they are going to look at, and these items will make you not admissible to the United States. So, as I said, can you be denied you to come to America? Yes. What are the things are going to look at to determine these are problem in the public safety? Number 1, there are certain types of communicable diseases for public significance. Let me give you an example. If you have tuberculosis, which will be tested for tuberculosis, you will not be allowed to come to America. But they are not going to deny you the visa. They will tell you to go to be treated first, because I've seen one person was the lottery winner. The child had the tuberculosis, was told to process it, to make sure that the child is treated first. Remember, in the United States, there is eradication of tuberculosis already. So they are not going to allow anybody to come here with the tuberculosis. So this is how they do the test of tuberculosis. They go on your hand like here, and then they put certain type of liquid, which I don't know what is that. When they put that one, after 24 hours, they go to check. If there is a bump, it means you have symptoms, you have tuberculosis. But because we are Africans, I'm giving an example, as Africans, we have a tuberculosis vaccine. So the antibodies you still have there. So if they test you through that way, through the skin tuberculosis test, it will show a bump. For that particular case, they will tell you you have tuberculosis. So they have to take the X-ray. So the easiest way, usual for me, I've done a lot of government work here in the United States. So I have to do the medical, and one of the things I have to do the tuberculosis test. So I usually don't tell them to do here. I tell them I'm from Africa, I have this vaccine. So if you do that, it will show I have it. So I tell them to avoid any complications, just do the X-ray. So they do X-ray right away. So that is number 1. So that is an example of what we call the communicable diseases of public health significance. It's just like if you have tuberculosis. Number 2, an immigrant's failure to show the proof of required vaccines. So there will be a list of vaccines which you need to have. There is a list of vaccines you need to have. If you don't have, you cannot be given the visa. You cannot be admitted to the United States. The most recent added feature, added vaccine, is from October 1st, 2021. It is a requirement for any person processing the green card by marriage, by work, by whatever way, lottery, you must have the COVID vaccine. Fully vaccinated person, unless otherwise you have a waiver, or there are exemptions like those one if you are a minor, on the child, on the age category, or medical conditions, but you must have the COVID vaccine. Without that one, you will not be able to have the medical, that one. So the other vaccinations include measles, rubella, mumps, polio, tetanus, pertussis, Hemophilus, influenza type B, hepatitis B, influenza. So there are hepatitis A. So there are others one, but one among them is the COVID-19. That means the COVID-19 vaccination is required for immigration, for medical examination. So this was given out on mid of September, but it started effectively on October 1st. That means you are required for effectively United States Citizenship and Immigration Services today announced that effective from October 1st, 2021, applicants subject to the immigration medical examination must be fully vaccinated against the COVID-19 before the civil surgeon can complete immigration examination and sign there is a form for vaccination. So before you meet the medical doctor, physician, you must be fully vaccinated. So number one reason to be not admissible to the United States is having a communicable diseases for public health significance, like tuberculosis. Number two, as I mentioned, is about failure to comply or failure to show the required vaccination. And one among now it is COVID-19 vaccine. Then there is a physical or mental disorder which with association or associated with harmful behavior. There is no problem to have any mental problem. United States and like many other Western countries are very proponent and supporter of mental health. But if that mental health is going to be harmful, meaning you can cause like a mass shooting, things of that nature, if it's going to be shown like you have that behavior because of the mental health, you will not be given the visa. You will not be admissible to the United States. That is the third reason. And the last one is the drug abuse or addiction. If you are now into that abuse right now and is going to be detected, you will not be able to be given or admitted to the United States. So this is very important to have to understand. The immigration exam, this immigration medical exam is not a physical examination, a fully physical examination. It is just the screening for the purpose of showing that if you have these conditions. So it's not evaluation. It's just they're going to look at those kind of things, and then from there, you are going to a doctor. So those are the things which are going to take place. What happens at the medical, what you need to have, and then what exactly you either will be able to be given or not. So what are the things you need to have to take when you are going to the medical exam? Obviously, you need to have your valid passport, and which is a photo ID. You need to have your vaccination records to prove that you have vaccination. There is a medical exam form, which is form is called I-694, 93, whatever form, which is examination into vaccination record form. You need to have, if you have any evaluation you have, if you have doctor has a documentation to prove anything, whatever for medical, just anything you need to have that one. So there are certain documents which I'll put in the comment if you want and you need to have, but basically those are the important things are there. They're not going to check if you have HIV/AIDS. And if you have, there is no problem. They're not going to check that. They are not. They are not going to say if you have any disability, you are not going to be entered in America. No, there is no problem. As long as it's a mental health problem which is harmful, can cause like mass shooting, that is a problem. But to have a mental health, to have disability, being the wheelchair, anything, being deaf, you cannot be being blind, all those kind of things don't affect anything. So don't worry about any type of disability. The only exception is if it is harmful behavior, can cause a mass problem in the United States. You'll be inadmissible to the United States of America. So that is the medical, for you to understand what you need to have. So for those who have a strong plan of not to have vaccine and you are the lottery winner, make sure you have the vaccine right away. Because if you don't, you cannot get that visa. You cannot do the medical. And remember, if it is not Johnson & Johnson, because Johnson & Johnson advantage is one vaccine, but the other vaccine, there are two. You have to take one, you have to wait for a month to take another one. So if you have to take one, you have to wait for a month. It means before you do the medical. So don't wait until you get the letter from the embassy, from the KCC that you are going to the interview to start to do. Just do the vaccine right now for yourself, just to be in your safe side. And especially those with high case numbers, you are going to have the interview date on the end of September, nearby the end of September, and you don't have the vaccine, you will not be interviewed. and the game is over. It's up to you. So, it's up to you. If you don't want to do the vaccine, then don't come to America. And it is part of having the vaccine. Before you fly, you have to have a negative test to fly to come to America. So those are the new regulations and the guidelines and the mandates for people to understand. So thank you. All the best, everyone who is doing adjustment of status to become permanent resident or who is going to get the green card by lottery. All the best, everyone. Thank you.